Welcome to the Esthetician Coach podcast, where passion meets strategy. I'm your host and esthetician coach, Amber Boone, and each week we're talking strategies, solutions, and mindset to build and attract your best life and career yet. Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast. Today we're talking about slow business, fast results. Now I know what you're thinking, that sounds backwards. Like, wait a minute, if I slow down, I'll fall behind. We've all been there, right? But here's the truth. Slowing down doesn't mean doing less work. It means doing the right work. And when you focus on the right work, that's when things actually move faster, easier, and more in alignment with your vision, with your goals. So today we're going to talk about how to unpack what slow business really means and why it leads to faster results and how to start practicing it right now, even if you're a little type A or a lot type A like me. Let's get into it. So the beauty industry and online business world glorifies speed. Everyone is selling you quick wins. And that's what I see on Instagram and Facebook. How to grow your business to 6 figures in 90 days. Double your clients overnight. Get all of the Instagram followers you want. Post 3 times a day or you're going to disappear. We've all seen it. We've all felt the pressure and wondered if what this person is selling or offering is the ticket, is the key to our success. And it's easy to get swept into that pressure. I have too. But here's what I've learned after coaching estheticians and beauty pros. The fastest way to burn out is trying to rush success that requires depth. Building a high-ticket holistic business or any type of business, one that actually sustains you, that's going to take intention, not necessarily intensity. And sometimes we get those two mixed up, I feel like. So it's about clarity, not about creating chaos and trying to see how much you can get done or how much you can check off the to-do list. Yes, we have a to-do list. All of those things are important. But we have to go back to our intention and our why. You can't leap if your nervous system is fried. You can't attract aligned clients if you're operating in panic mode. You just can't. They feel it. It's off-putting and you don't move forward. And I felt myself in that place lately more often than not because I'm so scared. I lost my job. So I'm now full-time in Skin Soul Rituals. And sometimes I hit panic mode and I'm like, oh no, is this going to work? And I can't let myself get to that spot because I know it's going to work. I know that I'm on the right path. And sometimes we have to step back and tell ourselves that and really, and really focus on our why and our intention. So when I say slow business, I'm not saying lazy. I'm saying conscious, a conscious effort to be present in this moment, in your business, in your life. It's about aligning your energy and your strategy so your actions actually land. Does that make sense? So a while back, I hit this wall, and I've told you a little bit, but I was posting nonstop, coaching, launching, doing my full-time sales job, recording podcasts, creating content. And honestly, I thought and felt that I was doing everything right. But the more I did, the less it seemed to move the needle. It felt like I was spinning my wheels and I was just stuck. And I'd end my days exhausted, staring at my laptop, thinking, why isn't this working? I'm doing all the things. What am I doing wrong? And the truth is, I wasn't lacking effort. My effort was all there, all in. I was lacking the energy of alignment and being fully aligned with those things that I was creating, those things that I was doing. I was trying to do it all. and not really focused on the things that I should have been focused on, but I was just checking things off the to-do list and trying to do more because I thought the more I did, the better off I would be, the more success I would see, and that's not always the case. So I was hustling, but in the wrong direction. So checking those boxes instead of building that momentum. And my business looked busy, but it wasn't expanding because I wasn't creating from intention. And that's when I started making different decisions in my business, in my life, in my career. But if it's not essential, you have to let it go. I simplified my offers. I focused on one clear message. I reconnected with my rituals, with my meditation, journaling, walking, and just simply being still. Because sometimes we have to quiet our mind in order to see what's next. And when you do this, everything gets easier. Your clients are going to find you faster. Your creativity is going to show up. And so I started creating from overflow because I was filling my cup up and I wasn't so depleted trying to do all of the things, but I was focused on certain things and I was very intentional about it. So slowing down realigned me. So why does slowing down create faster results? Here's the energetic truth. When you're constantly in motion, your energy is scattered, and scattered energy leads to scattered results. And energy is everything. It is everything. It's how we communicate with each other, with ourselves. It's how we feel about what we're doing, what we're not doing. So when you slow down, you create focus, and focused energy is magnetic. Clients, opportunities, money, they all respond to clarity. You know that feeling when you're rushing through your day, you're multitasking, you're juggling clients, you're posting, answering DMs, and somehow you still feel like you didn't do enough? That's your body saying, I'm not designed to operate at this speed forever. And we're not. We're not designed to operate the way that we want to operate sometimes. When you slow down enough to connect to your intuition, your audience, your actual purpose, your mission, your actions suddenly carry 10 times more power. Because when you're calm and confident, people can feel it. That's why I say slow business creates fast, energetic results. Let's make this tangible. How do you actually practice slow business? How do you simplify? So, step one, you're going to simplify your strategy. If you're trying to do everything, nothing is going to land with full impact. So, here's what I've told clients: pick one main offer to scale. Choose one main platform to show up on. Have one clear message that everything ties back to. And that's it. You don't need 5 funnels, 7 social platforms, or a 27-step sales system. When you go all in on one clear thing, your audience finally knows what you stand for. And that's when your message starts compounding and becoming clear, because confusion repels and clarity converts. You may want to write that down. Confusion repels and clarity converts. So if you want faster results, do less, but do it deeply. Do it more aligned, more intentional. The second shift is energetic. So honor your own personal rhythm. You have creative waves, and we have emotional ebbs and flow seasons. That's just part of being human, part of our life. And you can't operate at full launch mode 24/7. But you need seasons of planting and you need seasons of harvesting. So, what season are you in right now? Are you in a planting season? Are you in a harvesting season? Ask yourself every week, what does my energy actually have capacity for right now? Because every week's going to be a little bit different depending on what's going on in our business, in our personal life. And that's okay. Maybe it's visibility and sales. Maybe it's creativity and refinement. Maybe it's rest and integration. Slowing down to listen to your rhythm prevents that burnout, and it's going to align your timing with divine timing, the kind that brings the right clients at the right time. But here's the hardest one for entrepreneurs, and it's hard for me: stillness. Because stillness feels like nothing's happening, but energetically, everything's happening. In stillness, ideas download. In stillness, your intuition recalibrates. In stillness, your next aligned move becomes obvious. You just get it. It clicks. I've had some of my biggest breakthroughs in silence, walking outside, journaling, meditating. And 9 times out of 10, that led to a more aligned offer, a stronger idea, or a collaboration that actually mattered. So when you're constantly in motion, you don't hear the whisper of direction because you can't. You don't hear anything. You're just trying to get to the next thing, basically. So this is your opportunity to build slowness into your schedule, not as a reward, but as a strategy. And slow business is not about doing less for the sake of doing less. It's about intentional impact. It's about asking, is this task actually moving the needle? Is this post creating that connection, or is it just adding noise? Does this offer light me up that I have, or am I doing it out of obligation or fear? When you start asking those questions, you begin filtering your business through alignment, not anxiety. And that's such a better feeling. And that's when your work feels lighter, your results come faster, and your confidence is going to expand naturally. Because the more intentional you are, the more inevitable your results are going to become. So here's your reflection ritual for this week. Take 5 minutes. Take a quiet 5 minutes. Breathe deeply and ask yourself these 3 questions. What can I let go of that's keeping me busy but not fulfilled? What one thing actually moves me closer to my next level? How can I build slowness into my routine this week? Not as avoidance, but as alignment. Write your answers down. Act on them today, now. Because slowing down is not the end of your growth. It's the recalibration that sets you up for sustainable success. So fast results don't come from rushing. They come from being still and focusing in on what really matters and being intentional about where you're going and where you want to go. If you're craving tools that help you slow down and ground your energy, that is exactly why I created Skin Soul Rituals. And these aren't just products, they're part of the slow business movement too. Lighting a candle before work, sipping herbal tea to reset between clients, or maybe offering your clients herbal tea. Taking 60 seconds to breathe before you post and ask yourself, okay, is this noise? Is this intentional? Does this have a message? Those micro moments create macro results because they regulate your energy. They keep you intuitive and help your actions come from alignment, not exhaustion. But you can explore more of my favorites at skinsoulrituals.com. I'll link everything in the show notes. If today's episode spoke to you, share it with another beauty pro who's running fast but craving more meaning these days. Tag me at Skin Soul Collective on Instagram or skinsoulrituals.co so I can see what landed for you this week. And if you haven't already, take 30 seconds to leave a quick review on the podcast. That's how we keep this podcast growing and spreading the slow business revolution. So remember, you don't have to run faster to win. You just have to walk slower with intention and trust that every aligned step is progress. Until next time, take a deep breath. You deserve it. Light your candle. Keep building your beautiful, intentional business and life, one slow, aligned step at a time. And I will see you next week.